You've been seeking answers from every dermatologist, doctor, and all over the internet, wondering what on earth this unbearable skin issue is. You know something's up, and you've been suffering and silenced for far too long. This podcast is going to bring awareness to the brutal reality that is topical steroid addiction and withdrawal syndrome. It will give you practical mental and physical tips to help you along your journey and provide you the strength you need to push through each day. You'll hear from real people battling this illness, as well as experts in the field, and I'm also going to share with you what's happening as I battle and conquer TSW. You are not alone, you're not crazy, and you will heal. If there's one thing I know, it's that anyone going through this hell is a warrior. My name is Jennifer Powers, and I welcome you to TSW Journey To Healing. December 1st, 2022 was yesterday. Truth be told, I'm recording this right now at 11 p.m. at night on the 1st, but the episode is launching or being released Friday the 2nd. So if you're listening to this on Friday the 2nd, thank you for being here with me. If you're listening to this at a later date, that's cool too. I am officially 1 year TSW. I have been without oral or topical steroids for probably over 365 days because I'm pretty sure I started at the end of November, sometime last year. But anyway, it's 1 year. Holy crap. 1 year of this. And you know what I thought? I actually thought that I would feel maybe more frustrated because there's, you try not to compare, but you can't help it sometimes. And you see people that are 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, and they're healed. And it's so easy to do that. But this is all part of the lesson. And this is what I want to share with you. So this episode, I am sharing with you the lessons that I've learned going through TSW for 1 year. I don't have anything prepared. I am spitballing this, and whatever's rolling off my tongue is popping into my brain, and I'm just delivering it to you right now. But I really hope that you find this valuable, no matter where you're at in your journey. It doesn't matter if you're beyond the 1 year point. It doesn't matter if you're 1 month in. You will experience these things if you haven't already. So first thing is that I have realized that I am so much stronger than I ever thought possible. When you go through something, a health crisis like this, it puts so much pressure on you to survive. And it's in that moment when your back's against the wall and you have no choice but to sink or swim. And to sink is to, give up or go back on medications that hurt us or not have a good attitude about the very real reality that you will heal. I am so strong, and I wasn't always like that. In the first couple of months of this, it tested me so much. And now, when I experience a really awful day or week, I have all the tools in my tool belt. A lot of them are listed on my blog, but I have resources, and I have a mindset that gets me through it that I did not have in the beginning, or I didn't even have before ever having TSW. So I'm so grateful for that. Another huge lesson or realization is that I now know more than ever that my body is always working for me. My body is working so hard all the time to heal itself. And I know this to be true because of how quickly my wounds heal. I think it takes something like a bizarre condition like topical steroid withdrawal, where you can see before your eyes how quickly your cells turn over, how quickly your body changes and goes through different stages. And what I mean by that is 1 hour, my skin could be ripped open from being scratched and I'm clawing at my skin. And then a couple hours later, those open wounds have nearly closed. It's pretty wild. It's a pretty big phenomenon. And it made me have such massive appreciation for my body, its healing abilities, and just like how much we're on the same team. A lot of the times people say, things like TSW, they talk a lot about autoimmune diseases, and what's very common, a common phrase with autoimmune or sickness like this is our bodies are working against us. Our bodies are attacking. This is the famous quote, your body is attacking itself. That's hogwash. Okay, that's just not true. I mean, I understand maybe there's some sort of truth to it because of what they know about autoimmune diseases, and I'm not saying TSW is an autoimmune disease, but a lot of things that we had in our people in our community that had autoimmune diseases developed TSW. So I get it, but it's not true. And another thing leading me into my next point is how powerful the mind plays a role in the healing journey. I have so many amazing book recommendations that are on the blog and that you can look up. But I am telling you now, what you speak, what you put in your mind, it matters, and it matters big. Those first few months, I was not on purpose being negative, but I was so depressed, so dark, so sad, so low, so skeptical. It was really bad. And it wasn't until I made a huge shift in my mind that I knew I was going to heal. And an even bigger step is acting as if every day that you're already healed. Obviously, this is a very challenging thing to do, but I kid you not, when I put that into practice, it's mind-blowing how my days are when I act like I'm already healed. Another thing that I've learned in this last year is how liberating it is to go makeup free. Now, believe it or not, I happen to love putting makeup on, not because I ever felt like I really needed it. Of course, it always makes us gals feel, pretty and dolled up. But I enjoyed the process of getting ready to go somewhere and enjoying the process of applying makeup. I happen to be very good at it, if I say so myself. And I remember in the beginning, the first month, 2 months, thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to go out like in public. Now, truth be told, I never wore makeup every day, especially like a lot of makeup, definitely not. But when you know that you can't put it on because it's irritating your skin and it's causing it so many bad reactions, then you can like easily go and get super self-conscious thinking that you needed it, even though you probably didn't. I know that I didn't, but when I knew I couldn't put it on, it kind of made me panic a little bit, and it made me so self-conscious, and it made me not look people in the eye when I had to go get groceries or pick my son up at school or whatever. In fact, I even avoided getting out of the car everywhere possible because I was so embarrassed. And what this taught me is, number one, I am so confident in my own skin, even though I still currently, I look in the mirror and sometimes don't really recognize who I see because I'm not fully healed yet. But I still am proud of myself, and it's an amazing feeling. It's a kind of newfound confidence where, yes, I'm not content with how I currently look, but I still don't care. I let it all go. The expectation of that perfectionist, that image of beauty, which we all see and hear on the media, which we all tend to strive for, it's just bullshit. And it's just not real. And it feels so amazing to let that go. And to not just let it go, but to fully accept me exactly as I am right here in this moment. It's an amazing feeling. So, and then another thing that's just coming up to me now is how amazing it's been to be disconnected from social media, from certain things that I would just use to distract myself. And they would take away all my time from the most important things. Time with my family, friends, my son, work. It's been amazing. And the reason why that started, I didn't do that intentionally. I just wanted to, I don't know, I didn't want to see a lot of other people that I thought would, whether it was friends, celebrities, whatever. I didn't want to consume my hours of my time looking at how, great everyone else seemed to be living their life and how they were looking and how much fun they were having when I was, especially in the first 5 months of this. And I couldn't really go out and I couldn't really do much at all. It was the really most difficult 5 months of my life. And so I guess I naturally just stopped looking. And what's so cool about that is it has translated now, a year later into I am so much less addicted to my devices. I appreciate my alone time, my time out in nature, my time like truly unplugged. And it's something that it's a habit that I'm going to carry with me from now on, which is really kind of cool because, I've been an entrepreneur for not a decade quite yet, but at least 8 years or so. And a lot of that, because you're in the world of the internet, a lot of that required a lot of time plugged into phones, computers, social media, all the things. And now I've got this new respect for that time. I've got a new, what's the word? I got a new plan or a new system for myself where I don't get sucked in as much, and it feels awesome. So, P.S., speaking of that, little side note here, if you are a social media manager or marketer and you are ever looking for a really great opportunity to work with me, with this TSW Journey to Healing brand and business and podcast and all the things, then please reach out. You can reach out to TSW Journey to Healing at gmail.com and we can chat. Anyway, so that's another really cool thing. Something else is I've never spent more money on my health like I have in this last year. And when I couldn't do certain things, I had my family chip in and help. And not everyone has that. So the amount of gratitude and the amount of appreciation for those that I love, those in my family, that this condition has forced in front of me, made me have to see, has been such a beautiful blessing and a gift. And so shout out to my family. My mom and dad are incredible. But the health and the healing treatments and products and, all of the things, it has been really kind of cool to open myself up to trying different modalities that I may have never even known about, which I wouldn't have known if I didn't have TSW maybe. And so really learning about the infrared saunas and what that does to the body, learning about cryotherapy, learning about IV drip therapy, learning about different diets, learning about, all these different cool ways to take a bath. In the past, I would just take a bubble bath. Now I'm so conscious of what goes in or on my body. Half the bubble baths, out there are full of chemicals and bad stuff. Now I get to look forward to oatmeal baths, Dead Sea salt baths, apple cider vinegar baths, Epsom salt baths. I'm so excited about this. As a 1-year gift to myself, which was quite a pretty penny, I got a entire water system for my whole home. So now my drinking water, the water that I shower and bathe in, my entire house has this incredible water system, which is going to take all the contaminants out of my water. So I don't know if you know this, but there is an insanely high amount of garbage that is in the tap water. I don't care where you live, but I actually could tell you if you want to reach out and you want to know how much is in your area. I have a really cool ability. I could type in where you live and I could tell you and pull that report up for you. It's probably going to scare the heck out of you, but That's what I did. And the amount of lead, heavy metals, pharmaceutical drugs, antibiotics, chlorine, and a ton, we're talking like dozens of cancer-causing, really awful things in the tap water. So when I started to think about how much I've been bathing, I started to do what I do best and go crazy with research. And I thought, what better gift for myself? It's right around Christmas time almost. And it's my 1 year anniversary. So what better gift other than treating myself to making sure that my water that I'm bathing, showering, and drinking is the best possible water out there. So if you want information on that, you can, again, certainly reach out. I will do some blog posts, I'm sure, about it, and I will share it because I totally believe in it and I'm very excited about it. Anyway, back to the lessons. Another lesson is the crazy amount of compassion and empathy that I believe I really always had, but it's just brought a whole new level of self-awareness because, when you're reading these stories and testimonials and just getting people reaching out to you, it actually made me fall in love with myself a whole lot more because of the way I'm falling in love with all these strangers like you listening to this episode right now. Maybe we've never met, maybe we never talked, but the fact that you're here and you're listening to this podcast, the fact that you're sharing this podcast, the fact that you are spending your time with me and you believe you wouldn't be here if you didn't know that of course you're going to heal, even those days when you doubt it, I love you for that. And it really just made me realize how big my heart is. And I bet you can probably relate to that. You are in a community of people that we all have one common goal. We want to feel good. A lot of the times we say we want our life back. But one thing I can say is I don't want my life back. I want my life forward. I don't want who I was, how I was. Whatever got you up to this point in your life where you had to go through this hell and you're here and you're struggling and you are in pain. And the one thing I know probably from reading my Bible and tapping really deep into my spirituality, which is also the other last thing I will say, is my relationship with God has grown so much because of this. But the person you were before this isn't nearly the person with the incredible amount of growth that you will be after this, but also even right now. If you really tap in, if you really dig deep, if you really ask yourself, what about me now is so much wiser and so much braver and so much more beautiful of a person because I'm going through this? I think we can both agree that no, we don't wish harm on ourselves or anyone. And sure, we can all be honest and say that we wish we never to go through this. I certainly do. But because we can't change that, it's always important to look at the silver lining, and it's always important to know that those people in your life that you know, or the people that you maybe don't know, but you look up to, you admire, maybe they're famous people, maybe they're people that, they're authors or they're speakers or they're whatever. Those people, the people that really blow your mind, the people that you are so inspired by, that you're so in awe by, those people, they have been to hell and back. Those people have had massive trauma. Those people have healed some deep wounds. You are those people. You are that person. You will be the person that inspires the hell out of someone. You probably already are. So those were just a couple of the big ahas when I sat down and I really stopped to think what has this year taught me? And I could probably make a list of 100 more things. And I really mean that. I know there's going to be many more things that come to me, but I wanted to make this episode a little bit short and sweet. And just, I wanted to tell you genuinely, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for continuing to be on this journey with me, for sharing this show, for everything that you do, everything you share. You matter. Your story matters. I care about hearing that. If you ever want to share it, go to the blog, TSW Journey To Healing.com. On that homepage, you can see a little button that says apply to or fill out the form to be on the podcast. Happy to get to know you and share your story. It deserves to be out there. And last but not least, drum roll please. The TSW Journal is live. It's here. I am so excited. I am so proud of this. It was such a labor of love. So you, at this moment in time, again, if you're listening to this show a year from now, it may be available in other ways, but right now it's available on Amazon. And it's a very, took a very long time. I wanted it to be out for my birthday, which was October 1st, but now December 1st, it's finally made its way here in perfect timing for my 1-year anniversary. So I hope you grab the journal. And the reason why the journal is so powerful, whether you are a journaler or not, I can tell you honestly, I've been trying to be a person who journals my whole life. I think I'm about to finally be able to do that because it is so powerful. But something like this, it's not just a typical journal where you're just writing your thoughts out and putting things out on paper that are in your head. This is really going to help you through your healing process. Not only that, it's going to be something that you'll be able to, if you choose to, look back on and remember how incredible you are for getting through something like this. So in this journal, there are prompts, there are grounding exercises, there's gratitude exercises, there is body check-ins, there's a whole bunch of not charts, that's not the right word, but there's a couple pages of things that our whole community has gathered together that almost everybody has tried. So whether it's creams, lotions, supplements, vitamins, treatments, whatever, it's all there. And what's important about this is this journal is broken down. It's like a 90-day, 3-month journal. So it's broken down by months, and you will be able to track things. I don't know about you, but I get really, my brain goes so fast, the days go so fast. Sometimes I forget. We have so many different lotions and potions and things that people recommend where we maybe tried them and then it gets cloudy and you forget. And this is going to be a really powerful tool for you. You'll be able to check in with your body, the sensations, the stress. There's a whole stress management section in there. This is I'm so proud of this. It might be the thing I'm most proud of that I've created. And I'm so happy to offer it to you. And that's, what else do I want to tell you about that? I'm really, really excited about that. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it. Okay. Last but not least, I'll give you the update about what's to come. So you got the journal access. Sometime by the end, I would say, of the first quarter of 2023, please get on the email list, because there is a couple things, not just one, that I will be unveiling that are going to be really amazing for our community. We're talking a buddy system, a program, a membership. It's just going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I've gotten so much great feedback and people reaching out. When I did a little market research on this and asked what would be helpful, I just got an outpouring of yes, hell yes, we need this, I want this. So I'm really excited. So to get those updates, please get on the email list. You can also, of course, get updates on the journal and things like that too. And what's coming down the pipeline? Well, we're in December, so obviously it's the holidays. So the next several episodes are going to be phenomenal guests that I have interviewed the last month or two. And these are guests people that you may know of, maybe familiar faces that are in our TSW community and the ITSAN Facebook group. One of the episodes will be my mother. That's a really powerful, awesome video episode. We have some documentary creators in there. We have some big name people. I'm very excited about this. So you can get ready to tune in for the rest of December. They will be coming out weekly. They will come out, I believe, Tuesdays of December 2022. Tuesdays around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, they'll be launched. That schedule may change in the new year, but for now, that's the updates I got for you. Thank you so very much. I so appreciate you. I hope that you're hanging in there. I hope you're feeling good. And I hope you know that this is a blip in the bigger picture of your whole life. And it's going to work out in your favor. And you too will get to this 365-day mark and feel what I hope is a crazy sense of gratitude and love for your body. And you'll just feel that accomplishment. All right, it's time for my bed. I love you, I appreciate you, and I will check you later. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe and leave feedback. With your help, we can spread awareness together. So please share the show with anyone you know who may be struggling with a medical condition and using steroids to treat it. And be sure to check out the blog for helpful resources to aid you along your TSW journey at tswjourneytohealing.com.